taking you on a journey through the world of music, from old school hits and classics to today's biggest projects. The only station that covers heavy metal to hip-hop and R&B and everything in between. The sound of the people is CTR.
What's going on, guys? Back with another album review. That's right, 2 days in a row. Who'd have thought after 2 months off, now it's 2 days in a row. Isn't it amazing? Today we're bringing you Juice WRLD's Fighting Demons. Now, just before we get into this, I do what I say. As I said, I uploaded another video yesterday. We had Rick Ross's album come out yesterday, along with this one. Thought I'd get the Rick Ross one out first. So, you know, now we're getting into Juice WRLD. So go like that video if you like this video. If you like Juice WRLD, if you've listened to the album, give this video a like and let me know your opinions and your thoughts in the comments below. Let's get straight into it though. You can already tell there's a few songs on this album that are going to be absolute hits. You've got a couple of really great features on here. You've got Feline with Polo G and Trippie Redd. That's one of my favourite songs on the album. I've listened to this album a couple of times now, and that one really stands out for me. You've got a great song, Girl of My Dreams with Sugar from BTS. Now, I'm not fully familiar with BTS, but I do know it's a big deal that obviously someone from that group is jumping on a rap album with Juice WRLD. It just shows the influence and the reach that Juice WRLD had while he was here with us, and how his music appealed to so many people. So it's great to see that. There's another song with Bieber. For me, Bieber kind of phoned in his feature, but you can still tell that this is probably going to be a hit just because of the feature. Wanted to LA. The name of the song is. There's a couple of songs on here that Juice WRLD does by himself. Most of the songs on here, Juice WRLD does by himself. So this album isn't loaded with features, and I think that's good. It's a good little touch, because as we know, this is another posthumous album from Juice WRLD. He passed away, I think it was about a year ago now, unfortunately. So we're just getting his catalogue released to us after his death, unfortunately. So this is only right, I think, that maybe we don't load his albums full of features and we just let him handle his own stuff, which is great because he really can. And in my opinion, I think Juice WRLD is quite underrated when it comes to rapping and making his own great music. He really is, and only when people look into him you realise how good he actually is. There's a couple of good speeches on here from him. Talking about his problems with drug abuse and not being able to get off it. There's another great speech from Eminem, talking about his demons, talking about his problems and how he relapsed into taking Percocets, I believe it was. And it just shows it's not just him that has these experiences, and that's what Juice WRLD music is about. It's about reaching out to people and saying, look, you're not alone, there's help out there, there's other people that are going through the same stuff as you, and there's people that have got through the same stuff as you, and I think this is what Eminem was saying on his speech. The problem I have with this album, and this is the only problem I'd say I would have with it, I mean, because the beats are amazing. Whoever mixed this album did a really good job. Whoever chose the songs to go on this album did a really good job. As I say, because this is just Juice WRLD's back catalogue, and we saw that on Legends Never Die as well. So we're just getting music that he recorded and didn't get to release before he passed away. And my problem with this album is the message is clear what they're going for on here. You know, basically saying this is what happens, or this is what could happen to you if you have a substance abuse problem, if you have problems relapsing back into that world of, taking prescription medication, which is a big problem at the moment in America, and this is what could happen. But my thing with this is, it's a very wavy subject on this album, and as I say, I get the message that they're going for, but it doesn't always land, because you've got Eminem talking about his substance abuses and how he was able to get through it and overcome it. And then on the next song, I believe it's called You Wouldn't Understand. And it's about Juice WRLD talking about his addiction problems. And we all know what happened with that. So the message is, in this album, this is what could happen to you. But at the same time, you've got Juice WRLD on most of these songs talking about how much he loves taking these drugs. So, maybe get the message a bit right. I mean, as I say, I understand the message that they're going for. But it's a difficult line to walk on, in my opinion. It's a really difficult line to walk on, because Juice WRLD didn't make it through. Juice WRLD did pass away due to his drug problems, and obviously the situation where he did pass away. He didn't mean to overdose, but that's what happens. And then obviously you've got him talking about how much he loves doing it on the song. So it's a bit of a mixed message, but I think it's with good intentions. So that, you know, if that's what you want to take away from it. I mean, my favorite song on the album, I would have to say probably the Polo G and Trippie Redd song. Either that one or My Life in a Nutshell is a really great one at the end of the album. Really like that one. It's a very... Don't go into this album expecting a good time listening to it. Expect a Juice WRLD album, basically. He's talking about his problems and his addictions. So don't go into this album thinking you're gonna... It's an uplifting album. It's not. It's a solemn tale about how someone was taken in his prime. As such a fantastic music writer, such as some fantastic talent. Taken from us way too young, and that's basically a solemn story all the way through this album. That's basically what it is. And as I say, the message is there. As mixed as it is on this album, the message is there. And it's a clear example of what can happen when you do get into that world, guys. But with that being said, I do think is it better than Legends Never Die from last year? No, but it does stand up well as its own piece of art. It stands up well this year as one of the best albums I've heard this year. As I say, if you're looking for Juice WRLD, then you've got it right here. One thing what I want to say is, maybe this is enough now. Maybe this is enough. You see far too many times of an artist sadly passing away, and then having 20 albums brought out after they died. I mean, you saw it with Lil Peep. Lil Peep had a couple of albums brought out after he passed away, and they were great. And then they just started throwing the songs out, on 20 songs at a time on different albums, and it kind of got a little bit, you know, if Lil Peep would say, would he really want this song to be brought out? Is it a really finished project that he would like and would like to have out in the universe? Probably not. And I would say this is the exact same thing with Juice WRLD. Don't overdo it. You've done it great with Legends Never Die. Classic, fantastic album. I love the artwork on the album. And on this, Fighting Demons, this is great as well. But I would definitely take into consideration how the artist would feel about the music being left out into it. Like, you know, just keep it away maybe. And leave it out of the public's ear, because, as I say, it might not have been signed off by Juice WRLD. These two albums are fantastic. Let it be. Maybe let, you know, his legacy lie now. Because it's a great legacy, it's a great way to finish it off, and you know these companies are gonna probably milk it for all it's worth, but that's just my opinion, guys. If you like the album, if you like this video, once again, give it a like. I would give this album about a 7.5. But with that being said, guys, this was Juice WRLD, this was Fighting Demons. This was the album review. Let me know what you think in the comments, and go listen to the album yourself, because it's a great listen. But for now, guys, I'll chat to you tomorrow.
Chart Topper Radio.